Having polished your piece of jewellery, you're then going to be ready to add your little loop so that your piece of jewellery can be hung from its piece of cord. Before you drill a hole, it's really important to use one of these, which is called a centre punch. The purpose of this is that it creates a nice dent in the surface of your metal that will help the drill to centre. So position it where you want your hole to be eventually. Put your centre punch over the top and then give it a tap with a hammer. Now, if you look closely at the surface now, you should be able to see that there's a nice little dent in there, and that's where our drill is going to centre. Something like pewter is very soft, but if we were trying to drill a hole through stainless steel and we didn't centre punch it, you'd find that the drill would move about and eventually snap off rather than centering on the metal. So we're going to position our centre punched mark underneath the drill bit, and then we're going to clamp our piece of work in position. You'll notice I put a scrap piece of wood on top of mine. If that surface is nice and polished, the last thing you're going to want to do is to put that steel clamp on top of it, because it'll scratch it again. So we've got that positioned. Before I start the drill, I'll just check that the positioning of that is absolutely where I want it. Okay, so we're now ready to drill the hole through, remembering of course to put goggles on. Start the machine, drill through. Okay, and that's that job done. Hole through it. When you're thinking about the position of your hole, it's actually important to remember that there needs to be some distance between where your hole is and the edge of the metal. If you drill too close to the edge, you'll find the drill will either rip through that edge or your metal will become very fragile around that area. So I can now add on my loop like that, and it's ready for its cord.